UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is defending the country's latest budget and his Chancellor Rachel Reeves. He insists there's been no misleading by Ms Reeves over the state of the public finances ahead of the budget being handed down last week.
Nice to see you. How are you? How are you?
The Prime Minister trying to get back on the front foot on a visit to a London nursery.
Andy, how old are you now?
3.
3. And have you been...
I'm 3.5.
3.5. That matters. That matters a lot.
Acknowledging that details matter as he tries to see off a row over whether the Chancellor misled voters about the public finances and defend Labour's second big tax-raising budget.
I'm proud we're lifting over 500,000 children out of poverty. And that is the story of the budget. There were necessary choices.
But this government facing criticism over its approach amid accusations the Chancellor misled voters. We found out from the Office of Budget Responsibility that the Chancellor, with your backing, misled the public on November the 4th when she warned about a black hole in the public finances without telling us the second bit, that higher than expected tax receipts meant the economy was in a much healthier position than the Chancellor publicly suggested to all of us and to the country. How do you respond to that as Prime Minister?
There was no misleading. And I simply don't accept, and I was receiving the numbers, that being told that the OBR productivity review means you've got £16 billion less than you would otherwise have had, shows that you've got an easy starting point. But we started the process with significantly less than we would otherwise have had. Of course, there are other figures in this, but there's no pretending that that's a good starting point for a government. It isn't. And there's no to suggest that a government that is saying that's not a good starting point is misleading. It is wrong, in my view.
The budget fallout continuing elsewhere too. OBR Chief Richard Hughes resigning after the watchdog accidentally leaked the budget last week. The opposition saying Hughes is being used as a human shield.
The fact is, the person who had leaked the budget 3 months before repeatedly was Rachel Reeves herself. If she thinks that leaks are a resignation matter, she should be the first person to resign. At the moment, she is facing a possible investigation by the Financial Conduct Authority for what I believe is market abuse, misleading the public so she could finesse the PR around her budget. This is a disgrace.
This row about financial forecasts might seem a bit dry to you, but it matters because it's actually about trust. It's about whether the Chancellor exaggerated the fragile state of the public finances in order to justify big tax rises, to give her a bigger financial buffer, but also to increase welfare spending. It matters because this is a government that told you all before the election it would raise £8.6 billion in taxes, only to go on and raise £66 billion in its first 18 months in power. And it's not just opponents piling in. One cabinet minister told me today they too felt misled over the budget process, proof that doubts in this government go right to the top.
3, 2, 1, go Samuel.
Christmas may have come to Downing Street, but as for goodwill for this Prime Minister, that's in very short supply. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.